What's going on, guys? Lyrical Madness here, and I'm bringing you a tutorial today. It's going to be on making 3D text using Cinema 4D and maybe adding nice color correction effect to it using a plugin for Sony Vegas called Magic Bullet Looks. This is what we're going to be making today, my desktop background at the minute. What you're going to want to do first is open up Cinema 4D. I've got a nice backdrop here. That's what gives it the nice effect of like being shadowed and stuff like that. But open up Cinema 4D. Get it to an angle where you want it. These backdrops are pretty easy to get hold of. You can get them off the internet quite simply. Once you've done that, come up to the top here, go to MoGraph, click Mo Text. I need to move mine around because mine spawns at a dodgy angle sometimes, so I just move mine to 270 degrees to make it straight. Underneath Mo Text Object, where it says Align, I like to move mine to middle because it makes it easy to deal with. I'm going to change my text to something I want. Ooh, hang on. What have I done there? 1 second. There we go. Change that. Middle. Right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to change it to Lyric Mad. Like that. Change my font. A nice font that I like to use is Bank Gothic MD. Click OK. I'm going to move this back so I can see it more. Move by 400, there we go. It's really nice. I'm going to move my horizontal spacing down. That's also under Object, right here. Just down to somewhere where you like it, where you like what it looks like. I'm going to move it to there. There. Okay, once you've done that, what you're going to want to do now is double click in the materials bar. It'll create a new material. You want to double click on that. These are all the effects you can add: luminance, transparency, reflection. They all kind of self-explanatory. But just mess around with those, find something that you like. But just purely for the basis of this tutorial, I'm just going to be doing something simple. So we're going to go to color. I'm going to click on the color selector. I'm going to make it a nice blue, a bit darker than that, about there. Click OK. I'm going to add some reflection to it. I'm going to make it about 10%. Makes it look really nice. And that's that, right? You want to drag your material onto your MoText at the top here. When it has the arrow pointed downwards next to your cursor, that means you can let go and it'll go on. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty funky, but the 3D text isn't thick enough. Well, that's what I think anyway. It's personal preference, like I said. But if you click on MoText, come down in the object category, go to depth. I'm going to move that up to 100. Just makes it look a lot thicker, makes it look more 3D. When you go into all this effort, you want it to look 3D, so I suggest doing that. No, that looks nice. I'll give that a quick pre-render. I mean, it looks pretty nice, but it's pretty simple. I mean, what's that taking me? Really not long at all. Once you get used to doing this kind of thing, you could do it really quickly. And there we go, that's looking really nice already. Just quickly, to pre-render, you've got these three buttons up here. You've got the one on the left, that's pre-render, which is what I just did. This is render to picture viewer, which is how you save files. I'll show you that later. And this is render settings, which I'll also show you later. Okay, now, a nice effect I like to add onto my text is a cap, and also a new kind of text behind it. So it offers a nice effect where you can get the sides to be a different colour to the face. So you're going to click on your MoText. You're going to come down where it says Object. Next to it, you click Caps. Your start cap, you want that to be fillet. End cap, you want that to be fillet. I'm going to keep the radiuses on 5 because I just think it's a nice amount. And there you go. You can already see it starting to look a bit nicer. Now I'm going to select the MoText again. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. On the MoText 1, the copy of that, I'm going to delete the material so you can see that some of it comes through and some of it doesn't. It looks really sloppy though. So I'm on MoText 1, come down to the fillet caps. I'm going to move that up a bit, probably to 8. Looks pretty nice. But now you can't even see the first MoText, so what's the point? Grab your second MoText and move the position back. I'm going to make mine 408 because that's the size of the cap. I just think that's a nice amount. And there, it already looks a lot nicer. Now for this second MoText, you can make a new material, change it how you want, but simply just to save time, I've already shown you how to make one, so I'm just going to use a preset that I have. Just drag that on again, like that. It's already looking really nice. Now, go into your render settings, pressing that button up there that I spoke about before. On general, make sure that's on full render. Output, 1280 by 720 with 72 resolution. That's standard YouTube HD. Change the save. I want it to be PNG, because that's a good quality picture. Change the path, clicking that button there, and I'll save it as tutorial with 2 L's, because I think I already have something saved as tutorial. So once you've done that, make sure anti-aliasing's on best, and everything else is the same. Then I want you to click this middle button here. This will render it out to a picture viewer. This may take quite a while, it's depending on the speed of your computer, but I'm just going to speed this up just for the purposes of saving time. Okay, so once you've finished rendering it, it'll look a bit like this if you're doing the same as me, but obviously different colours, whatever you choose. You just want to close out that, minimise your Cinema 4D, find where you saved it. I saved mine to the desktop tutorial with 2 L's. This is it here. And to get it from that to my desktop with the colour correction, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up Sony Vegas, go into my Explorer, find where I saved it, tutorial, 2 L's, copy that in. I'm just going to shorten it down so that it's 1 frame only, because obviously it's a picture, so we don't want to render a million frames. And there we go, that's 1 frame only, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, so using that, come to your event effects. I'm going to be using a plugin called excuse me, I've got a cold. We're using a plugin called Magic Bullet Looks. This brilliant thing, even if you're not using it just for this tutorial, I would definitely suggest getting it. I use it for everything. I'm going to add that in, click OK. I'm going to come here, I'm going to click Edit. And now, on this Magic Bullet Looks, you can make your own presets for colour correction, and you can save them so it makes it a lot simpler to apply them to your images like this. So here are my presets so far. I still have a lot to upload. We have all kinds of things. There's the one that I normally use for my desktop backgrounds, like this, things like this. There's loads and loads of different ones you can just see, like a nice lighter blue, some red, some nice white. It's a lot of things you can choose from, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to be using the one that I use for my desktop background, and that's this nice blue. So you come down to the bottom, you click Finished. Once that's done, go up to the top here, click Render As. Render it as anything you want. I'm going to render it as tutorial background.png. Make sure the save as type is on image sequence. That's like JPEG, PNGs, images basically. Template, I have mine as PNG because it's better quality than JPEG. Just click save. It will render really quickly as it's only 1 frame. Minimise out of that. Here it is. It'll have some zeros after it, but if you really want, you can just rename it and get rid of those, like that. So here it is. You have the one that we just made, and your background. Made, background. So as you can see, making 3D text is actually really simple, and you can tell as soon as you get the hang of it, you can do this really quickly, which allows you to use it for multiple things: YouTube backgrounds, edits, anything you like, intros. I mean, it's all pretty simple. So I thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if I mumbled a little bit, I do have a cold. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any ideas or queries for new tutorials, just send me a message or leave a comment, and I'll try my best to get one of them out for you. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. I'll be bringing you more very soon. Thank you for watching.